is in place.
Always from the stretch, big right-hander. Sets and throws to Chourio. And it skips low and in the dirt and back to the backstop. Off we go. First pitch splitter. And a new baseball sent out the second pitch of the game. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless, premium cocktails in a can. 1-0 to Chourio. Swing and a miss. Came back with a slider. And Chourio out in front. Stop at your local retailer. Stock up for the game or for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. 1-1 pitch to Chourio. Swing and a miss. There's the splitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The fastball has not been very effective for Roki Sasaki over the course of the season, even though he throws at 100 miles an hour. But the off-speed stuff has been brilliant. Pitch to Chourio is low. Went splitter again. Count rides 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stop me if you've heard this before. 75 beautiful degrees in Southern California at our first pitch. 2-2 pitch. Right towards the middle and into the shift. Tommy Edman is there and makes the play. 1 up and 1 down. Hit it hard, but right at Tommy Edman. 1 away in the top of the first inning. Fastball at 100 miles an hour is the first fastball he had thrown in the sequence. And Garrett Mitchell is the hitter. 0 for 2, a walk and a stolen base in yesterday's game. Came off the bench. 1 out of 8 overall in the Padres series. First one misses outside with a slider. 1 ball and no strikes. Dodgers defensively. Teoscar Hernandez in left. Pages in center. Kyle Tucker's in right. 1-0 from Sasaki. He is outside. Kike Hernandez makes the start at third base. Miguel Rojas is at short. Heard from Tommy Edman. He's at second. Freddie Freeman's at first. And Ben Rortvedt, Wisconsin native, does the catching. 2-0. Hit in front of the plate. It's a fair ball. And Rortvedt will tag out Garrett Mitchell. 2 unassisted. Hit right behind home plate. Rortvedt jumped out in front of home plate. Picked it up. It was right above home plate as he made the play. And Garrett Mitchell tagged out. Good play by Rortvedt because that had so much backspin on it. If he doesn't make that play the way he does, it's going to spin into foul territory. Gary Sanchez in the number 3 spot. First pitch to him, up and in, almost hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. Quick trip around the bases is presented by Wisconsin. Tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases contest, Matthew Price of Bear Creek. Swing and a miss at a splitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewers score in the first inning. Matthew will win a $100 quick trip gift card. Compliments of Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin. You guys didn't do that in the Padres series, I'm guessing?
I didn't do it. I kind of felt like it was your thing.
Okay. Well, I'll take that torch. I got plenty of games left to go on the radio side. Here's the 1-1, and it's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gary Sanchez, hitting third for just the second time this year. Last time was on April 19th in Miami. Waits on Sasaki's 1-2 pitch, and it's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Homered and doubled in the game yesterday. Drove in 2 of the Brewers' 3 runs. Overall, 5 for his last 10 at the plate with a couple of homers. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Ends up in the second deck. Not going to be a completely packed house. Tough to do that these days, especially weekdays in Southern California. Pack in 55,000 people into this ballpark. It'll be plenty full. 2-2 to Sanchez. And it's down and away. Threw him a slider. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sasaki from the stretch. Kicks and deals on 3-2. And that's a call, third strike. And Sanchez will challenge. That no replay reviews brought. Was outside. A 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Sanchez felt pretty confident about it. He was making his way towards first base, and he earns the walk with a challenge. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. When pain can't wait, walk right into Ortho ASAP. Same-day access to specialists. Start healing faster at orthowisconsin.com. Brings Jake Bauers up. He's in the cleanup spot. And a half swing and a miss at a slider. It's 0-1.
I think for Gary, Jeff, it's an involuntary reaction now. It's kind of like when the doctor hits your knee with the little instrument. It's just like challenge. You got that one right, though.
Sanchez has now challenged 30 times. He's won almost half of them, 14. The 0-1. Low and in the dirt, knocked down by Rortvedt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleanup hitter brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Back in Southern California for Jake Bauers. Huntington Beach native, the 1-1. Hit towards the left side. Couple of hops for Hernandez. He'll flip it to the shortstop, covering the second base bag. Get the force out on Sanchez. The Brewers are finished in the first inning. See Shane Drawn on the other side. No score. Dodgers coming up on the Brewers Radio Network.
While we're still in Philly for the All-Star game, let's take a look around Citizens Bank Park. Home of the Philadelphia Phillies, the bank opened its doors in 2004. Just beyond center field, Ashburn Alley serves as a history lesson for baseball in Philadelphia. There's also games for kids. And tons of great restaurants. You can come to Philly and not have a Philly cheesesteak, or try a Sanchez slider, the Schwarbomb sundae, and come on, Bull's barbecue. I mean, delicious. And once you've got your hands on some grub, quickly find your seat. You don't want to miss a thing.
Up the middle, and the American League cashes in.
Oh, God.
Wow, that ball is absolutely destroyed by Miguel Vargas. And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years.
It's been a treat, Philly. See you next time.
By your neighbors, trust Infinity.
The first inning is sponsored by Lakeland University. At Lakeland, your work and life experience count toward your degree, saving you time and money. Learn more at lakeland.edu.
Shane Drowan gets to work in the bottom half of inning number 1. Here, Michael Bublé. That means Shohei Ohtani is coming up. He's DH as Drowan's pitch is a ball off the outside corner. 1-0. Ohtani at 292, 27 home runs. He's driven in 74. Hit a 2-run homer last night against Kansas City. Ohtani waits and takes a ball slightly outside. And they count 2 balls and no strikes on Ohtani. Dodgers finished off a 3-game sweep of the Royals. 2-0 pitch is low. 3 balls, no strikes. Andy Pages next, and then Tommy Edman for LA. Get you the Brewers defensive alignment in just a moment. Drowan's 3-0. Right in there for a strike. Churio, Mitchell, Bauers left to right in the outfield. The infield's going to sound a little different, but it is correct. Vaughn, Ortiz, Hamilton, Sanchez. Third to first in the infield. 3-1. High drive to center. Back Mitchell. Warning track. It's off the wall. Mitchell fires into second base. Ohtani has a leadoff double and almost impaled the center field wall. Just cannot get behind that guy and expect him to not do damage. That was 112 off the bat, a fastball down the middle, and for Shane Drowan, I think he's just happy it stayed in the ballpark. Hit about halfway up the center field fence. Andy Pages digs in. 270 for the first time All-Star this year, Andy Pages. Drowan's opening pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. 2 out of 11 in the Kansas City series. This is the first time we've seen Shohei Ohtani not hit a home run in this ballpark when he's been at the plate. Last time we saw him was Game 4 of the NLCS. Pages fouls it into the mid of Contreras. It's 0-2. Ohtani went 6 scoreless innings that day. Struck out 10 and also went 4 for 4 with 4 homers. One of the single greatest individual performances on a baseball field ever. But he just hit a humanly double to open up this game. The 0-2 to Andy Pages. Throwing a long look at second base, and here it comes. Misses up and away. Pages hit a homer against Shane Drowan back in Milwaukee and ended up being a difference-making play. The Brewers had a lead going into that inning where Drowan came in, and in the span of 2 batters, RBI triple, 2-run homer. Pages hits it into right, not deep. Bowers comes in for it. He will make the catch. No tag from Ohtani. He's battling all kinds of issues, including a knee issue, which is not allowing him to pitch. So he stays put at second base. 1 away for Tommy Edman. Edman missed the first 73 games this year because of offseason ankle surgery. Sitting 275, 3 home runs, 22 driven in. Edman has been a big-time performer for the Dodgers since he put on a Dodgers uniform. That misses inside. Cardinals just kind of gave him away. Runner at second base. 1 gone at the bottom of the first inning. No score. The pitch to Edman. A swing and a miss. A good curveball from Shane Drowan. Ball and a strike on Edman. Freddie Freeman on deck for Los Angeles. Time used by Edman. Brewers play him straight up in the outfield. Slightly to pull on the infield. Edman has always been a tough out for the Brewers, no matter what the uniform is, Cardinals or Dodgers. Drowan a look at second. The 1-1 is a strike in the outside corner. Slider that caught the edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another gorgeous night. Sun setting in the west. The San Gabriel Mountains off in the distance. Beautiful. 1-2 pitch. Edman pops it up. Foul territory. First base side. Sanchez out of room. It hits off the protective netting and then caroms back into fair territory. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got that smog layer. Freeway systems down here in Southern California. 1-2 on Tommy Edman. Drawing at the belt and coming back. And missed down low. The curveball. Good pitch. Edman spit on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. 2-2 with 1 away on Tommy Edman. Left-hander Drowan deals. And it's fouled at home plate. Slider that got a lot of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff double by Shohei Ohtani, still standing at second base. Brewers had a 2-out base runner. Gary Sanchez drew a walk against Sasaki. 2-2 again to Edman. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and Drowan picks up his first strikeout. Ortho ASAP strikeout. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle that you want. Ortho ASAP. See specialists today at orthowisconsin.com. Here's Freddie Freeman. We were talking to Pat Murphy in the pregame show today about Freeman. who at first base last night tried to make a catch on a pop-up on the first base side of the field in foul territory. Takes a strike on the inside corner and fell down the dugout steps. Left the game in the 8th inning, took one step in the dugout steps, and then went down hard. And it's a good 6 or 7 steps down. And he is back in the lineup today. The 0-1, Freeman takes a strike. And it's 0-2.
Examined that part of the dugout earlier today. He was fortunate because there's a small landing spot at the bottom of those stairs. Then there's more stairs. He could have tumbled all the way down.
Nasty spill, but he's playing tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Chopper left side for Vaughn. He has it. A crow hop and a throw across. And Shane Drowan works around the leadoff double by Ohtani. We're off and running in L.A. Brewers After Dark, no score as we go to the second on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
How about the different personalities of those 2 home runs? But they both sounded like home runs off the bat.
Well, they sure did.
The Brew Crew, pitching and defense, the name of the game. And Luis Lara has done it twice.
Yeah, this is Cam Schlittler. 11 strikeouts, no walks, taking that American League ERA lead down even farther.
Eric Hill with a walk-off single, passed it on in infield, and the Phillies finally get their 4th walk-off victory of the season, a 7-6 win in 12 over the Jays.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 102. A half-hearted effort out of Roden, and that is strikeout number 200 on this season for Jacob Misiorowski. Folks, it is August the 9th.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
One leads it off for the Brewers in the top of the 2nd inning. Roki Sasaki back to work for Los Angeles. Vaughn at 295, 5 homers, driven in 34. First pitch is a ball off the inside corner with a splitter. Shane Drowan did a nice job working around that leadoff double from Shohei Ohtani. Vaughn over at third base again tonight. Vaughn takes a strike. StatCast had that as a forkball as opposed to the splitter. 2 very similar pitches. One coming back from Sasaki. And it's low and in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, steady diet of off-speed stuff. You can count the amount of fastballs on one hand thus far for Sasaki. In fact, he's thrown just 6. So if you're Antonio Alfonseca, still one hand. Here's the 2-1. That's low and in the dirt, and Sasaki almost fell down. Had to catch himself. It's another one back off the bowl for Sasaki. Foot slipped on the landing area. 3 balls and a strike. Or the 6-fingered man from The Princess Bride.
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, Lane. Come on, really?
Yeah, that's out of principle.
Just because.
My wife won't watch Rocky, so I refuse to watch Princess Bride.
Okay.
It's a grudge I'm holding.
Lock you guys in the house and make you watch them both. Vaughn with a shot to center for a base hit. So a 3-1 fastball, and Vaughn was up to the task. Leadoff man is aboard for the Brewers. And Christian Yelich is the hitter.
Yeah, I've obviously seen the main highlight parts, right, that are out there.
There's a lot. You got to watch it start to finish. Peter Falk.
Yeah.
The narrator, Fred Savage, young Fred Savage. Pitch to Yelich is a ball inside. I feel like you should do that. Just have the two of you guys should just do a
She won't
double.
watch Rocky, so I'm not doing it.
Do a double feature. Start with Princess Bride and finish with Rocky. Got an off day coming up. Here's the 1-0 and a shot foul left side. I know she's starting work this week, so this week, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Actually, to bring that full circle, I believe once upon a time when she was in high school, Antonio Alfonseca threw a baseball to her in the stands at a Major League Baseball game.
How about that?
How about all of that coming full circle?
With the six-fingered man. That's impressive. Yelich ground ball to first. Freeman's got it. Goes to second for one. And on the exchange, Rojas drops it. Yelich safe at first base on the fielder's choice. One away. You trade Yelich speed over at first, and William Contreras is hitting in the number 7 spot in the lineup. A couple of different bobbles on this play. Freddie Freeman got rid of it, and then Rojas, trying to be quick on the exchange, dropped it. Yelich aboard for Contreras in the number 7 hole. Was 0 for 8, but walked 5 times in the series against the Padres, and takes a strike from Sasaki. Contreras just fighting it. An all-star for a 3rd time this year. 22 for his last 137. Pitch to William. High pop-up, shallow center. Pages is there. And puts it away for out number 2. Joey Ortiz starting at short tonight. 1 for 3 with 2 walks in his return to the starting lineup yesterday in San Diego. A clean ride is always a win. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash before or after the tailgate to keep your car fresh. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. Pitch on the way to Ortiz. Ground ball, second base. Edman has it and flips it over to first. Brewers had the leadoff man on, couldn't advance him. Go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Southern California, no score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Let's head back to the Big Apple and head to Soto's stomping ground in Queens. Built in the shadows of Shea Stadium, Citi Field became the new home of the New York Mets in 2009. Citi, designed in the likeness of Ebbets Field, features a gorgeous brick facade and nods to baseball's past throughout the ballpark. Enter through the Jackie Robinson Rotunda and head toward Shea Bridge to catch a glimpse of the home run apple in center field. Or head over to FanFest, take a swing in the batting cages, and visit the Mets Museum. People come for the game, but many stay for the food. Voted best baseball stadium food for the past 4 seasons by USA Today Reader's Choice, you might as well eat yourself into a food coma. They've got Shake Shack, specialty egg rolls, hot pastrami on rye, you name it, they have it. Even Mets legend Mookie Wilson and his family have a food stand in the ballpark. Between the action, keep your eyes peeled for Mr. and Mrs. Met and root hard for your favorite borough in the mascot race. Citi Field, one of the best.
Oscar Hernandez to start this 2nd inning. No score. Throwing his windup and pitch to Hernandez is a strike. It's 0-1. Hernandez missed a month with a hamstring injury, late May to late June. It was just 1 out of 6 in that Royals series. And the pitch, ground ball back up the middle, base hit. Hit a curveball back up where it came from. Leadoff man is on again for Los Angeles. A team this year that has been consistently good. They've always been good for the last decade at least. World Series champions in back-to-back seasons, of course. They've been scuffling since the All-Star break. Had a 6-game losing streak, and felt like a lot of people around Major League Baseball thought the world was caving in on itself. And then they sweep the Royals, and all's right in the world again. There's a breaking ball for a strike on Miguel Rojas. Dodgers team that at one point led by as many as 14 games in their own division still have a beefy 8.5 game lead over the Padres. The 0-1 to Rojas is fouled away. 0-2 the count. The Brewers have better numbers in terms of team earned run average, just barely, negligible difference. This Dodger team can pitch, but so can the Brewers. They can go toe-to-toe. Pitch to Rojas, misses down and away. Brewers lost 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers back in May. One, two coming back. Rojas, ground ball to short. Double play ball. Ortiz to Hamilton and back over to Sanchez. 6-4-3. They rolled it up. Turned 4 double plays in yesterday's game down in San Diego. That's the first one tonight. Each and every double play presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, Midwest's #1 entertainment destination. Slots, dining, sports, book, poker, live entertainment. It's all there. Endless ways to win at Potawatomi. Kyle Tucker digs in. First year in a Dodger uniform. 0-for-8 against the Royals, and a check swing foul makes it 0-1. Usinger's has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. Enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did, because our recipes never change. If something works, you just stick with it. Still made the old world way, the correct way. Usinger's, America's finest sausage. Pitch to Tucker, misses wide with the slider. Ball is strike on Kyle Tucker. 239 for him, 11 home runs and 54 driven in. Drowan winds and is 1-1 to Tucker. Hit in the air left side, and it'll peel foul into the seats. 1-2 on Kyle Tucker. Tucker, before Monday's series opener, had a 7-game hitting streak that was snapped, longest of the season. 1-2 is down low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year with the Cubs, Tucker had 266 in his 1 year on the north side, 22 homers and 73 driven in. Tucker waits on a 2-2 pitch from Drowan, and it's down low and in the dirt again. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It is something that you go out and you sign Kyle Tucker to a deal like he signed for $115 million over 2 years.
Yeah.
And he's hitting 7th. I mean, it's a lefty on the mound, but still.
3-2 on the $115 million man, and it's rolled foul first base side. Just hasn't been the same kind of guy since he left Houston.
I had that injury last year with Chicago, and just really the production fell off. He got off to that great start with him in April and May.
Swing and a miss. He waved at that fastball. It was off the plate, and Tucker threw a javelin into the right-handed batter's box with his bat. Another strikeout, ortho ASAP for Shane Drowan. He's got 2. We're 2 innings in the book. No.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Minority called on Lofton, and it drops.
Whoa, he does not lack energy.
Rain earlier today, grass still a little wet.
First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call on the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul.
Trevor Story, home run.
Bottom four, 3-0 Blue Jays. Kazuma Okamoto to lead it off for the Blue Jays at a fly ball to right in his first at bat. As Okamoto drills one. High, deep, gone! His first home run as a Blue Jay, and it is 4-0. Big time power to the opposite field.
He came here with a power bat, and to show that early in the season, he's got these fans on their seats.
Sky is starting to look like cotton candy. Ooh. Means it's sweet time. Here's Lane for the third.
All right, thank you, Jeff. David Hamilton will lead things off against Sasaki, who's thrown 29 pitches through the first 2 innings. And he takes a fastball high at 98. It's 1-0. Hamilton's first AB tonight. 1 for 11 in that series in San Diego. 1-0 pitch. And a check swing foul up the first base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. 231 average, 3 home runs, 16 driven in on the year for Hamilton. Jeff is practicing his photography skills now on this beautiful sunset that we have at Dodger Stadium. It's pretty much undefeated about this time at night in this ballpark. Swing and a miss over the top of the splitter, and it's 1-2.
It's a good picture. It turned out well.
It did. Yeah, you did. Did you do portrait mode?
No, because you want the background.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That would blur out the background.
We don't need that. I have no focal point other than the background.
Yeah. 1 ball and 2 strikes on David Hamilton here, leading off the top of the third for the Crew. Sasaki kicks and delivers and chops it foul behind home plate. And it'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Thought it was interesting talking to Steven Nelson, Dodgers broadcaster, before the game today, and you heard this conversation on the pregame show about Sasaki and his role that the Dodgers kind of fell into with him in the postseason last year as the back of the bullpen guy for them for much of it. This one swung on and fouled back our way and out of play. And Hamilton hanging tough. It's still 1-2. Dodgers had bullpen issues. They put him back there. And he finished a lot of games over the course of the postseason last year for the Dodgers. And how much that just helped him have a better taste in his mouth coming out of a disappointing first year with the Dodgers. Here's a ground ball to second base. Couple of hops out to Edman. Fields and throws from shallow right to first to take care of Hamilton. And there's 1 away. Brewers are hitting the ball pretty hard against Sasaki, but a lot of those swings have been on the ground and at infielders early on here. Sasaki getting a lot of ground balls with that splitter. Here's Jackson Chourio. He grounded out back in the first, hit it very hard, and takes low with a slider. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Jackson 2 for 4 against Sasaki in his career. Here's the pitch, and Jackson swings on it, fouls at third base side over near the Dodgers dugout, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. No score here. Top of the third inning, Brewers and Dodgers. Brewers trying to get their first win of this road trip. The 1-1 pitch, and Chourio took a strike. Fastball at 98. Caught the outside edge, and it's 1-2. Ran into a red-hot Padres team down in San Diego. Here's the 1-2 to Chourio. That missed down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But the Cubs dropped their game earlier today, so a chance to get a game back in the standings against the Cubs here tonight if the Brewers can find a way to win game 1 of this series. Currently a 3.5 game lead in the Central. Sasaki's 2-2 pitch. Bounced that one in the dirt and all the way back to the backstop. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think anybody was under the illusion that the Cubs were going to go away. I think everybody thought the Cubs were going to continue to play good baseball, which they have. And they went and added a lot at the deadline. 3-2 pitch to Churio is fouled back and out of play, and it'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. They didn't make all those additions to try to get a wild card spot. That was to try to catch the Brewers in the NL Central. And I think it's going to be a very exciting race for the next 6 weeks between the Brewers and the Cubs. 3-2 pitch. And Jackson takes down and in with a splitter, and he works a walk. That's a good at bat from Jackson Churio. Second walk issued by Sasaki over the course of the night here tonight so far. An ortho ASAP walk. Walk right in to ortho ASAP. So 1 out base runner, and here's Garrett Mitchell.
7 more games remain between the Brewers and the Cubs too. Remember how important it was to have home field advantage in that division series.
No doubt about it. First offering to Garrett Mitchell is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. And that's where the Brewers taking advantage of the Cubs in May. It was actually the series right before the Dodgers came to town in Milwaukee, where the Brewers were down in Chicago against the Cubs at Wrigley and swept them. 0-1 is a fly ball into center. Back on it is Pages. This ball carrying, but onto the edge of the warning track with the play. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Boy, I didn't think Garrett got it that well, but it got all the way back to the very edge of the warning track. Pages makes the catch. There's 2 away for Gary Sanchez. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill up along the way, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Sanchez worked a walk back in the first. Sasaki at 44 pitches as he works here in the third. And the pitch to Gary missed low with a slider. It's 1-0. But sweeping that series was such a big deal because that was the first time the 2 teams had played all season long, and it just put the Brewers in the driver's seat in the season series moving forward. Even though the Cubs came to Milwaukee and won the next series, tossed to first and back in time is Churio. The Brewers just need to go 3-4 in those final 7 games against the Cubs to win the season series, which is like getting another game in the standings essentially against your opponent there. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Throw to second is in time. Boy, what a throw by Workman. Right on the left shoulder of Jackson Churio. And Miguel Rojas, or actually Tommy Edman, didn't even have to move his glove. Just put the tag down. And that's a perfect throw from the Verona, Wisconsin.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
out for you and your family for a lifetime. Learn more at IWL8.org. That's IWL8.org.
Banking with an experienced crew is a big home run. For personal or business finances, don't just bank with anyone. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. No score between the Brewers and Dodgers. Kike Hernandez lead things off for Los Angeles. And swings and misses at a cutter down and in from Shane Drowan. It snowballs at 1 strike. Drowan, the 0-1. Got the outside edge with a cutter. And it's 0-2 on Hernandez. 286 on the year, a home run, 2 driven in. And on the injured list a couple of times this year for the Dodgers. The 0-2 pitch. And he went. Fastball up at 95. He tried to check, and home plate umpire Gabe Morales said, "I don't need any help." It's a strikeout for Shane Drowan. For Drowan, it's his 3rd ortho ASAP strikeout of the night. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle you want at Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. So here is Ben Rortvedt, who just caught Churios stealing to end the top of the third inning. He takes a cutter up and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Dodgers have a bit of a catcher issue because of injuries. Will Smith injured. When he's back, unknown. Here's a fly ball into shallow center. Racing out as the shortstop Ortiz. He's going to call off Mitchell and Hamilton and make the catch. And there's 2 away now for Shohei Ohtani. Dalton rushing on the injured list now, and the prospects of him coming back and catching not great. So it's right now Hunter Fiducia and Ben Rortvedt that are handling the catching duties for the Dodgers. Ohtani roped a double back in the first. First offering from Drowan. Misses down and away, and it's 1-0. Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee has major wins on deck. Play with your rewards card for a shot at cash, reward play, and new Toyotas. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider down and away. Ohtani went after it, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He has been dominating left-handed pitching this year. Came in a .302 average against lefties. Takes a strike, and it's 1-2 with 12 home runs off left-handed pitching. And coming into tonight, over his last 52 plate appearances, a .388 average with 10 extra base hits. He's only added to it so far. Drowan's got him behind here, though. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a slider, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Drowan in the bottom of the third. 2 more Ortho ASAP strikeouts. He has 4 on the evening. It's a scoreless base.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, you know, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
To add on to this 2-0 lead as he faces the left-hander King. 1-2 pitch, and he drives it deep to center. Adelson Sanoa to the wall. He goes leaping. That is gone. Dead center Matt Olson has been crushing the baseball since the break. And that is his 32nd home run of the year. RBI number 70. How about 422 feet to the deepest part of the yard?
We go to the top of the fourth inning, a 0-0 ball game between the Brewers and the Dodgers. Gary Sanchez was at the plate in the third when Chourio was caught stealing, so he leads off this top of the fourth inning. Sasaki 46 pitches as he begins work in the fourth, and a first pitch strike on a fastball. It's 0-1 on Sanchez. Sanchez worked a walk in his only appearance at the plate so far tonight. That was back in the first inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss. But late on a fastball at 98, and it's 0-2 on Sanchez. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. Sasaki, long hold, and now the 0-2 pitch to Sanchez. That's high with a fastball, and it's 1-2. Brewers, as we said earlier, they have hit some balls hard against Sasaki, but nothing to show for it. Just the one hit so far for the crew. 1-2 pitch, and a liner back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Gary Sanchez. So Gary is on a bag for the second time tonight. Officially 1 for 1, and the leadoff man aboard
Number 9, Jake Bauers.
for the Brewers. They had the leadoff man aboard in the second inning when Vaughn singled. And now here's Jake Bauers. Jake's been in a good spot really all season long, but especially lately, a 15-game on base streak. Pitch is up and away, and it's 1-0. Hitting .346 during that stretch for Bauers. He's getting his walks as well. 10 walks and 10 strikeouts over the course of that stretch of time. Sasaki kicks and delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that missed outside with a slider. Tried to clip the back door, and just a little bit wide. It's 2 balls and no strikes here on Jake. Went 2 for 11 in that Padres series. 2-0 pitch, and Jake took a strike with a fastball at 97, and it's 2-1. Brewers offensively just trying to find some answers. They've dealt with injuries, of course. That's been a part of it. Pratt, now Terang. Chourio's a little banged up. Pitch is over but low with a splitter, and it goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Their last 16 games, a .221 average, a little over 3 runs per game. They were averaging over 5 runs per game before that. .3-1 pitch, and Bauers, a fly ball left field. Hernandez drifting back a few steps, and now settles underneath, reaches up and makes the catch, and there's 1 away, and that'll get Andrew Vaughn to the plate. Reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers: large trucks need more time to stop. Give them space and stay safe. Vaughn 1 for 1 tonight against Sasaki. Single back in the second inning, and the pitch landed a slider for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yelich in the on deck circle. First of 4 games between these two teams. As we've told you a couple of times tonight, the Dodgers won the series back in May in Milwaukee. 0-1. Vaughn took a little low. Tried to come back with another slider, missed down below the zone that time, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers swept the Cubs, came home. Logan Henderson dealt, and the Brewers won 5-1 in game 1 against the Dodgers. The 1-1 pitch is low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And the talk at that point was, boy, the Brewers owned the Dodgers in the regular season, because of course they went 6-0 against the Dodgers last year in the regular season, and then won game 1 and really won it in pretty dominant fashion in the first game of that series. 2-1. That's outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And then the Dodgers came back and won the next 2 and ended up winning that series. Teoscar Hernandez had a big game in that May 23rd contest when he drove in 6. That was the same game that Sasaki started. 3-1. And down and away, he walks Vaughn. So the Brewers have 2 aboard here. First and second for the Crew. Brewers with their first runner in scoring position of the night. As Jeff told you earlier, they were just 3 for 28 with runners in scoring position in that San Diego series. And now here's a big opportunity early on for Christian Yelich. Yelich, a fielder's choice back in the second inning. First and second here, 1 away. Sasaki brings home the pitch, and Christian took a splitter low. It's 1-0. Yelich, of course, homered in game 1 of that series down in San Diego against the Padres. Oppo shot to left field. 1-0 pitch, and this is lined into left. This is going to get down in front of Hernandez. They'll put the stop sign on Sanchez, so it's a single for Yelich, and the Brewers have them loaded with 1 away. Ball was hit so hard, and Sanchez not the fleetest of foot, so no chance to score on that ball as it got to Hernandez on 1 hop out there in left. But the Brewers have them loaded, and Mark Pryor's on his way out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to talk with Sasaki here. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. While they do that, 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Brewers Radio Network. With Jeff Levering and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight from Dodger Stadium, a 0-0 ball game. Top of the 4th inning, but the Brewers threatening. They've got the bases loaded with 1 out. William Contreras coming to the plate. Brewers have hit the ball hard against Sasaki tonight. 9 of the 12 balls in play by the Brewers, at least 95 miles an hour exit velo or more. Sasaki brings home the first pitch to Contreras, and it's a fly ball foul and out of play down the right field line. And it's 0-1. Contreras flied out to center back in the second inning. He is 0 for 9 on this trip. He is more than due. 0-1. Swung on and fouled off the gear of Rortvedt. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Brewers have loaded the bases against Sasaki here. He is at 64 pitches. He has had to really work so far tonight. He has walked 3 in this game, including 1 in this inning. The 0-2 pitch down low, and it's 1-2. Contreras, the bases loaded this year, 4 for 11 with 2 doubles and 12 driven in. Sasaki looks back at second. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Splitter down and in. Contreras strikes out. That is a huge second out for Sasaki. That's his first strikeout of the night, and it came at the time when he needed it the most. Good splitter down and in. And Williams swung over the top of it. So 2 down, and it's going to be up to Joey Ortiz, who of course hits with the bases loaded. This is a situation he's certainly familiar with. Sasaki's first pitch, and he checks. They appeal to first. Mike Malinsky agrees that he checked. It was a fastball down and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes. That was a borderline strike, but no challenge from Rortvedt. Ortiz has been in a very good spot for better than a month now. And he checks again on a pitch down low with a splitter. 2 balls and no strikes. Joey hitting .338 over his last 25 games. Went 1 for 3 in that Padres series. It felt really good to get him back yesterday after being out for the first couple of games of that series. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is tight, and it's 3-0, and there's no margin for error here for Sasaki. The Brewers have the bases loaded. They take a bases loaded walk every day of the week. No doubt Joey will be taking a pitch here from Sasaki. 3-0. That's in tight. He walked him. And the Brewers take the lead. It's 1-0 Crew. A bases loaded walk drawn by Joey Ortiz. A 4-pitch walk, mind you. And the bases remain loaded now for David Hamilton. So that leadoff single from Sanchez has come around to score. For Joey, drives in his 30th of the season, and now can Hamilton come up with a big 2-out knock? And can the Brewers put a crooked number on the board here in this 4th inning against Sasaki? The pitch. Hamilton took outside. It's 1-0. You may see some action get started in that Dodgers bullpen sooner rather than later. Nobody's getting loose yet. But that is 5 straight out of the zone. He's hit 71 pitches now. The 1-0. That is over but low with a fastball. And it is 2 balls to no strikes. So it's 6 straight out of the zone. He walked Ortiz with the bases loaded. Now Rortveck's going to go out there and use a trip to the mound to chat with Sasaki as well. Those are brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. 2 balls and no strikes here on David Hamilton. You might be taking until he shows that he can get one over if you're David Hamilton right now. Vaughn is at third. Yelich is at second. And Ortiz at first. He had very good speed at second and first base if you put one in a gap. 2 balls and no strikes on Hamilton. Sasaki kicks, delivers, and he nailed the inside corner with a slider. It's 2-1. Fastball command has been iffy tonight for Sasaki. We'll see if he leans on that slider a little bit more. Splitter is not really a strike pitch anyway. Here's the 2-1. That missed outside. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And these are some big misses too. A lot of these are easy takes for these Brewers hitters. So 3-1, another one out of the zone, and the Brewers will get a second run in this inning. Sasaki. Here's the 3-1, and he missed inside, and there will be no challenge from Rortveck. It's another bases loaded walk. Back-to-back bases loaded walks by Ortiz and Hamilton, and the Brewers lead it 2-0. And that will get some bodies stirring in that Dodgers bullpen. So they remain loaded. Now it turns over to the top of the order. And Jackson Chourio.
Outfielder Jackson Chourio.
2-0 Milwaukee. Sasaki at the high set. And the pitch. And Jackson was taking, and he takes a fastball for a strike at 99. It's 0-1. He has walked 3 in this inning and 5 in this game for Roki Sasaki. No balls and 1 strike on Chourio. Here's the pitch. Jackson swings on it, fouls it off of the gear of Rortveck. And he's got Chourio behind. No balls and 2 strikes. That was a pitch to hit for Jackson. Fastball pretty much right down the middle. Didn't quite get to it. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a splitter. Strikes out Chourio, and the inning is over. Brewers get 2 on back-to-back bases loaded walks by Ortiz and Hamilton. It's 2-0 Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody's going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, placata.
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
So it looks pretty good for me. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Sasaki and the Brewers push 2 across. It's 2-0 Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. There were 3 ortho ASAP walks in that top of the 4th inning for the Crew. And now here's Andy Pages to lead things off against Shane Drowan. He takes the first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Drowan has been pretty efficient so far tonight. The 0-1 that missed low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now in number 43 for Drowan on the night. Had a 1-2-3 third inning. Faced the minimum in the 2nd inning thanks to a double play ball as that fastball sailed up and away against Pages, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So an early lead for the Crew. And Drowan trying to give the Brewers a shutdown inning here. Misses way outside of the 2-seam fastball. It's 3-1. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. 3-1. Pages, a ground ball behind the bag at third. Backhanded by Vaughn. Long throw to first in time. And Andrew Vaughn looked like he'd done it a million times on that play. Ground ball, 99 miles an hour off the bat. Had to show a little range. The backhand, long throw. Vaughn made it look easy. A fist pump from Drowan. I think every time there's any kind of challenging play over at third base for Andrew Vaughn and he makes it, kind of feels like you're playing with the lead in that situation. Brewers trying to get some offense, so they have sacrificed the defense a little bit here tonight. First offering to Edman, misses outside of the cutter. It's 1-0.
Kind of forced into the way that the defense is aligned tonight with the injuries they're dealing with.
No Terang. Pratt on the IL. The 1-0 is a chopper to third. Played on the forehand by Vaughn. The throw is high, and Sanchez comes off the bag. And so safe at first is Edman. A little bit of range for Vaughn to get to that ball to his left. Played it on the forehand. It was the footwork, I think, as he tried to get himself set and make the throw, and he just sailed the throw. A little high. Sanchez had to come off the bag. Makes a good throw. He's got him. It'll be an E5. And now here's Freddie Freeman. Drowan's first offering to Freeman is a fly ball to right and deep. Back on it is Bowers at the track. He's got room. He reaches up and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Well, Freeman put a charge into it, but the ballpark held it by plenty. Bowers was just on the very edge of the warning track by the time he got back there to make that catch. And there's 2 down now for Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-2-3 inning from Drowan back in the 3rd inning. That's a flawless inning brought to you by Carbless Premium Cocktails in a Can, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. First offering to Hernandez. Fly ball fouling out of play down the right field line. It's 0-1. Stop at your local retailer and stock up for the game at home or for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. Runner at first and 2 down here, bottom of the 4th. Throwing 0-1. Swing and a miss. He went after an elevated fastball at 95, and it's 0-2. We've seen Vaughn over at third a handful of times this year, late in games out of necessity because of some late game pinch hitting decisions that Pat Murphy had to make. 0-2 is a one hopper to short. Backing up is Ortiz, plays it, fires to first off the bag of Sanchez, but he applies the tag on Hernandez, and the inning is over. And really, for the most part, Andrew Vaughn's held his own over at third. He's made the plays he should make. Had the error there, but it doesn't hurt the Brewers in the fourth. We go to the fifth inning. It's 2-0.
On the mound for the Marlins, it is Yuri Perez. The 22-year-old won't turn 23 until April 15th, and last season had a 4.25 ERA. Those numbers are very deceiving because he had a really strong finish. Perez has got him 0-2. See ya.
That's the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and all on heaters. When you got it going, stay with it.
3-2 right there, called strike three.
The four-seamer, which he'll throw probably over 50% of the time.
Nobody on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Perez to Rumfield. Called strike three. Look at the emotion from Yuri Perez in his season debut. Yuri got him with a fastball. He gets the approval of Sandy Alcantara. 7 innings for Perez.
Yeah, and it's really amazing when you say he's still just 22 years old.
Brewers with the 2-0 lead. We head to the fifth inning here at Dodger Stadium, and with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Lane. 78 pitches until for Roki Sasaki. Faces the middle of the Brewers order, starting with Garrett Mitchell. First pitch is outside for ball one. Shane Drowan got that shutdown inning. Couple of ground ball outs. Got around the air from Vaughn. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Brewers. Couple of bases loaded walks. Mitchell swings and misses at a high fastball. Mitchell's 0 for 2. A 2 unassisted tapper right off the top of the mound, top of the plate, I should say, and a fly ball to center. 1-1 pitch is high. Trying to get him go up and elevate again. Didn't do it. 2 balls and a strike on Mitchell. Sasaki deals. Just missed. 3 balls and a strike. That was a slider off the outside corner. Nobody is loosening right now for the Dodgers in their bullpen, but there is plenty of stretching going on. Elastic bands, weighted baseballs. Here's the 3-1 to Mitchell. And a swing and a miss. He chased one off the outside corner. Sanchez on deck for the Brewers, and then Bowers going in on Mitchell. 3-2. High pop up third base side, foul territory over Hernandez, and he's got room on the warning track. Leadoff batter retired in the 5th. Brings up Sanchez. Quick vibe check. Vibes are pretty good out here in SoCal. Cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That is a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Sanchez on base twice, a walk and a single. Single to open up that 4th inning. Came around to score on the Ortiz bases loaded walk. Takes low for ball 1. Not a lot of appearances, over 100 pitches for Sasaki, just 1. That was back in May. And that is a strike, despite Rortvedt not catching it cleanly. Not worth the challenge for Gary Sanchez. He challenged earlier in the game and earned a walk in the first. One pitch is a strike. 1-2. Sanchez uses a timeout. Digs back into the box, and the 1-2 from Sasaki. Ground ball, that's a fair ball. Diving stab, Hernandez throws from his knees to first, and Freeman with the pick and the tag. Kike Hernandez takes a double away from Gary Sanchez with a diving stab on the third base line. Threw from his knees. All he had to do was get it across the turf. That was the key. All it needed to be was around the vicinity of the bag, and it was a one-hop throw to Freddie Freeman. Came off the bag and applied the tag on Gary Sanchez. Nifty play by Kike Hernandez. 2 gone. Now it's Bowers. 0 for 2 for Jake. And takes low with a fastball. Part of the calculus behind the way that this Brewers defensive alignment is tonight, too, the fact you got to keep some bats in the lineup. The bats have been quiet. Bowers hits it off the end of the bat, third base side. Hernandez fields, throws on the run, a wide throw, but Freeman holds the base, and Bowers is retired. Brewers go 3 up and 3 down the traditional way for the first time today. We're halfway home. It's 2-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
One Price Cleaners is now.
Moniak on the run, sliding grab, and he can't get it. It rolls up the line.
Well, a bloop single and now a bloop double. You see him just slip right off the bat.
Clean up on base number 1. Lourdes throws the pineapple up the line. What is going on down here? Back in the produce section. that's good.
How about that? Myers went all the way to the 380 mark. He had that in his glove. Wow.
And getting up to get it is Rosario. He can go get it with anybody in baseball.
A sprawling catch by Nasim Nunez.
Jump throw in time. Bobby Witt Jr. Oh, what a catch. Jackson Churio.
I don't know how they're going to cut the defensive highlight reel tonight.
JJ's got it. The Rockies wander off second again. As he bangs into the wall, makes the catch.
What a play by Max Clark.
Oh, what an amazing play by Andres Giménez. With his back to the infield, he makes the catch. Dives and makes the catch. What a play by Ian Happ.
Cal Raleigh on the slip and slide. Makes the catch. Kirby slides into him.
Nathan Church with a nice stab to make the play. Another beautiful play by Nico Horner.
My goodness.
Another great play by Nathan Lucas. Nice stop at third, Josh Schmidt.
Coming on, Simpson, still coming for it. Dives, and did he catch it? Yes, he did.
Two-run double.
Shane Drone back to work. He'll face Miguel Rojas, Kyle Tucker, Kike Hernandez in this 5th inning with a 2-0 lead. The first pitch is a ball. It's 1-0 on Rojas, hit into a double play back in the 2nd inning. Just one base runner since the 2nd inning against Drone, and it was an E5. Rojas takes down and in. Cut fastball from Drone. 2 balls, no strikes. Part of the order can get a little pesky for the LA Dodgers. Rojas tough out, and a ground ball, foul left side. He had broken his bat. He did. He'll need a new piece of lumber. He was a World Series hero last year, was Miguel Rojas, at the game tying home run in the 9th inning down to the final strike against Jeff Hoffman. Got the game into extra innings, and then Will Smith hit the go-ahead home run, and the Dodgers were world champions for a 2nd consecutive year. But it was the Rojas drive that nobody expected. Crazy series, maybe one of the best World Series that we have seen. just in terms of games and how seesaw it went. 2-1 on Rojas. The pitch. It's high and away. 3 balls and a strike on Miguel Rojas. 2 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Brewers. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Dodgers. 3-1 coming, and Rojas took it down and in. A leadoff walk. First walk issued by Shane Drowan to go with his 4 strikeouts. Leadoff man on for the 3rd time in 5 innings against Drowan. Now it's Kyle Tucker. Nothing tastes better on a warm summer's evening than a bowl of Cedar Crest ice cream. Pick your favorite flavor. Got them all for you. Don't forget the other Wisconsin originals too. Usinger's famous sausage and Pine River cheese spreads. Award-winning meats and cheeses, and both the best in class. Pitch to Tucker is a ball low. Kyle Tucker struck out in the 2nd inning. And the 4 punch-outs for Shane Drowan. Brewers plan to pull on the infield, slightly shaded to left in the outfield. 1-0 pitch, and it's a strike in the outside corner with a slider. Pitcher's pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez holds to Rojas. Drowan's 1-1. Chopper, first base. It's a fair ball. Sanchez picks it up, and he'll flip to Hamilton covering the bag. 3-4 on the putout. No reason to mess around trying to make a tag. Just go get the out. No need to have another Javier Baez type of play, where all you have to do is throw it to first base, and
that's still
is over.
That is still one of the most perplexing highlights to watch ever. That was in Pittsburgh where that happened, right?
Sure was.
The Pirates.
Just a frustrating thing to watch. Pitch to Hernandez, hit on the ground, foul, 3rd base side. Kike Hernandez. Yeah, slow roller up the first base line, and instead of just flipping the ball to first base and getting the out, there were 2 outs in the inning. It was just a wild turn of events, running players all over the place. Just throw the ball first. Inning's over. The 0-1. Hit foul, and everybody's applauding Javier Baez for such a wonderful piece of base running.
All should have been avoided.
Just a bad defensive play.
Yeah.
Just throw the ball to first. It's over.
Speaking of which, I think everybody's going to hold it a beat before they come off the field now on
oh yeah,
runners getting doubled off on the base paths, huh?
The 4th out rule.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch to Kike. A swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. 5th strikeout for Shane Drowan. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. Ben Rortvedt coming up. I mean, that's something that you see once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And unless you know the rule book cover to cover, and I thought Chris Guccione did a pretty good job of explaining it.
I would agree. He uses the ump mic as well as any umpire in the league.
Agreed. It was really good. Becomes a timing play and all that fun stuff. First pitch strike on Rortvedt with a slider, and it's 0-1.
If you walk yourself through it, it makes sense. It doesn't feel right, but it makes sense.
Got to appeal it in the moment. Just can't get off the field.
Yep.
Stay on the field. It's down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's where knowing the rules is a big piece. Rojas, the runner at second base. A 2-0 Brewers lead in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 to Ben Rortvedt. Popped to short first time up. And a line drive over the glove of Vaughn. They'll send the runner around. Churio's got it. Throw home is on line. The tag and safe. Contreras couldn't hang on to the baseball. And Rojas scores the run for Los Angeles. They had him out. But Contreras, as he was going to apply the tag, the baseball popped out of his glove, and now Ohtani is coming up. And that's frustrating for the Brewers because Vaughn was playing in on the grass at third. Well, they had him out. Contreras just could not squeeze that baseball. That's a shame. So the walk comes around to score now. Ohtani, the tying run at first base. Drowan deals. Ohtani takes down and in. It's an RBI single for Rortvedt, just his second hit of the season. He's now 2 for 8. Those are the little things the Brewers do so well that they just haven't been doing this week. 1-0 to Ohtani. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Shohei. A double and a strikeout. 2-1 game in the 5th. Drawing kicks and deals. High pop-up. When it comes down, I believe it will be Churiel who has it. He does. He was up there for an eternity. And Ohtani flies to left to end the inning. 5 innings complete. 2-1 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Bryce Matthews, who struck out looking his first time up. Matthews getting the start in left field tonight. Matthews hits it in the air pretty well to center. Going back on it is Rafaela at the wall, looking up. See you later! Bryce Matthews with his first long ball of the year, right by the Phillips 66 home run pump, and the Astros lead 4-0. That went 434 feet just to the left of straightaway center, and it was 111 miles an hour off Matthews' bat.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. At the ballpark or your local grocery store. Carbless. Less is more.
Andrew Vaughn leads it off for the Brewers in this top of the 6th inning, and Roki Sasaki still out there, 90 pitches in tow. Vaughn, Yelich, Contreras scheduled against Sasaki. 2-1 lead. Pitch to Vaughn is a strike. Fastball at 96. Brewers scoring their 2 runs on a pair of bases loaded walks. 0-1 is a strike. Throw a slider on the inside corner. It's 0-2. The throw from Jackson Churiel from left field, 95 miles an hour. That's as hard as Luis Lara threw his to home plate yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a little tall for Gary Sanchez in the 11th inning. 0-2 the count. Sasaki kicks and deals and misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sasaki, the high set, pitch number 94. Ground ball through the right side, base hit for Vaughn. Leadoff single. Yelich will be the hitter. Bullpen is quiet for the Dodgers. Again, he's only gone over 100 pitches 1 time this year, and not since the month of May. Vaughn is yet to be retired. 2 for 2, a couple of base hits, and now a walk, and it's Christian Yelich, a single and a fielder's choice for Yelich. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Pitch from Sasaki, swing and a miss. Big cut on a slider. It's 0-1. Contestant today, Tyler Collum from Pardeeville. Tyler will win a gift card jackpot of $400. If you remember the crew, it's a home run in the inning. $100 will be added total for each additional home run. Visit any participating Woodman store to enter. Yelich takes low. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Vaughn a short lead, 1-1 pitch to Yelich. Swing and a miss. Over the top of his slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Yelich. Action just starting in the Dodger bullpen. 1-2 from Sasaki going in. And it's low and in. Threw him a slider again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Jack Dreyer. Swiss Army knife in that bullpen for Los Angeles. Yelich waits on a 2-2 from Sasaki. Here's the kick and the pitch. Ground ball to second. And Rojas has it, steps on the bag, throws to first. It's a double play. That is a killer for William Contreras coming to the plate. Hit it hard. Yelich 106 off the bat. But that's been the story of the night for the Brewers. A lot of hard contacts, but not a lot to show for it against Sasaki. And that was just an atom ball at Rojas. Contreras 0 for 2 and takes low, ball 1. For Contreras, it just feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. He's not hitting at the moment. And that last play in the last half inning, he got an out if he just squeezes the baseball. The 1-0. Fly ball to center. Back Pages, and he makes the catch. Even when he hits the ball hard, he's finding gloves. William Contreras cannot believe it. 104 off the bat, and it died at the wall. Pages makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brewers lead at 2-1 on the Brewers.
Line drive out toward right. Hill's coming in. He dives and he makes the catch. He does it again. Derek Hill.
He is just amazing.
This one's really all about Dean Kramer. 1 over the minimum through 7 innings. He's allowed only 1 run on 1 hit, and he's picked up strikeouts with 4 different pitch types.
Merrill Madness dead center. Padres take a 3-2 lead. 1 swing of the bat.
His 3rd home run in as many games. And for the first time tonight, the Padres lead.
Looped in the air towards center. Breaking back now in is DeLuca. Dives, and did he catch it? Oh, he did! What a play by Johnny DeLuca. I think that saved a run.
Meckler moves back for it. He's out near the wall, and it is caught! Meckler got it! The Mac strikes again!
You cannot contain the Mac.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
Eddie Pages, who just made that nice catch up against the wall on the William Contreras smash, leads things off against Shane Drowan. 69 pitches for Drowan through 5 innings of 1-run ball. Pages has flied out, grounded out. Drowan into his windup in the first pitch at the bottom of the 6th. It is slightly low for ball 1. Changeup from Drowan. Hasn't thrown a lot of those tonight. Another busy night at Dodger Stadium. The 1-0. Pages, a big swing and a foul into the mitt of Contreras. Trying to tie the game on that good curveball from Shane Drowan. Uses his timeout, steps out of the batter's box. Tommy Edman next, and then Freddie Freeman. Drowan winds and is 1-1. Pages, a line drive to right. Bowers broke in, now comes back and makes the catch with a leap. Almost got caught there coming in. presence of mind to take a step back and make the catch. So a line out from Pages. One gone in the 6th for Tommy Edman. Make tailgating easy this season by picking up the George Webb Double Play Meal Deal on your way to the game. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, just $17.99. Perfect pregame meal for hungry baseball fans. Edman takes a ball and a challenge from Contreras. CBS. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and it is inside. It is ball 1. So the Brewers are down a challenge, and it missed by about a half an inch. Again, when it rains, it pours. 1-0 pitch. Edman took it low. So now only 1 challenge left for the Brewers the rest of the game. It's one of those where first pitch of an at-bat in the 6th inning, have a little more couth with it. Couple shakes, Drones still shaking, and now winds and fires on 2-0. Low and in the dirt. Not sure he had much conviction in throwing that curveball.
It's one of those, if you know the whole baseball's in the strike zone, challenge it in any moment, right? If you're that confident, but something on the edge like that.
3-0, and he walked him ahead of Freddie Freeman. So 4-pitch walk following the line out to right. Brewers bullpen is quiet. Brewers have had good starts on this road trip. Dustin May 7+ innings last night. Kyle Harrison got roughed up in game 2, but then Logan Henderson pitched into the 7th inning for the first time in his career. The bullpen was used a bit yesterday. Patrick Ashby, McGill, and then Senzatella finished it out. Abner Uribe, he would be available today after needed to have 1 extra day off. Freddie Freeman flied out to the track his last time in right. Drone's pitch is a strike. Threw a fastball right in there. Speaking of Senzatella, he's the first one loosening the Brewers bullpen. Dreyer continues to loosen for Los Angeles. The 0-1. Strike 2. Back-to-back fastballs on Freddie Freeman, and he's looked at them both. Edman a short lead over at first base. Drowan takes a look that way. 0-2 to Freeman. Hit foul. This is where Freeman gets exceptionally tough. 2 strikes, fouling pitches off, spoiling pitch after pitch, taking some out of his swing. Having another great year. 304 his average, 15 home runs. Another 0-2, and it's down and in. Slider that backed up on Drowan. Freddie Freeman just playing to the back of his baseball card per usual. 2,500 career hits and a batting average of 300 in his big league career. 1-2 to Freeman. Tapper at third base side. It's foul. Worst batting average for Freddie Freeman since 2015. 282.
I was going through his career earlier today in preparation for this game. I mean, there are so many ways you can carve out his excellence.
1-2 pitch. Again, spoils it. Plays virtually every day. Very rarely has been on the injured list. 2017, the last time he missed time with injuries.
It's the availability and the consistency of production.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one missed outside.
Here's one for you. Since 2018, he's had at least 83 RBIs in every season except for 2020, which was the 60-game season, and he was the MVP that year.
At 341, drove in 53. Runner goes. 2-2 is down and away. No throw from Contreras. So the spoiling of pitches from Freddie Freeman gets Drowan not thinking about the runner at first base enough. Edman got a big jump, steals the bag, and now it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Freddie Freeman, tying run in scoring position. And this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. With Teoscar Hernandez on deck. 3-2. Strike 3 called, and a challenge from Freddie Freeman. And I think he's going to win it. It's brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And it is low. It's ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but it missed. So back-to-back walks by Shane Drowan. Brings up Teoscar Hernandez, and that's going to be it for Drowan. 85 pitches, and it's at-bats like that from a guy, from Freddie Freeman, that he has done oh so often over the course of his future Hall of Fame career. Pitching change for Murph as Antonio Senzatella is going to come into this ball game. Pitching change brought to you by Iron Workers Local 8. Well, there's a change on the mound. You could make a change in your career. Join Iron Workers Local 8. Visit IWL8.
That's going to end the night. Max Muncy wins it for the Dodgers in the 10th. Going back to the wall. Leaps up. He's got it. What a catch.
Ferrera's first Cardinal home run.
Welcome to St. Louis. He's doing it all. Gone. Home run for Nando. Oh, Nando.
With that, he passes Nate Colbert, all-time Padres list.
And hard to left.
And Reynolds robs another.
He's done it again. Add it to his list.
How does he do it?
10 strikeouts for Blake Snell.
Oh, great times getting to watch Blake Snell back on the mound, feeling healthy. 6 innings, a little bit of a swagger, and he put that on full display, retiring the first 10 Royals with 7 strikeouts.
Ay caramba, high prices on Johnsonville. 10-pack $8.99, 5-pack $4.99. Everybody loves Grillin' Johnsonville brats. Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee owned.
Teoscar Hernandez digs in against Antonio Senzatella. Pitched yesterday, took the loss, gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned, hit a batter, threw 15 pitches in those 2/3 of an inning. 39th overall appearance for the Brewers right-hander. First and second for LA, 1 out, and the pitch to Teoscar Hernandez is a strike right down the middle of the cutter. Senzatella has faced the Dodgers 22 times in his career. He's faced the Diamondbacks and Padres more. That's it. The 0-1 pitch is down and away with a cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. A lot of those outings starts, of course. He's been out of the bullpen all this year for the first time in his career. 1-1 to Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Throw him a sinker at 99, and Hernandez over the top. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max Muncy has a bat in his hand. He would hit next for Miguel Rojas should that spot come up. 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Spoiled it. Hernandez a base hit in the second inning. A bouncer to short back in the 4th. We're in the bottom of the 6th. A 2-1 Brewers lead. Brewers got their 2 runs in the 4th. Back-to-back bases loaded walks. Game that belongs to the bullpens now. 1-2 pitch. Tapper foul. Hernandez stays alive. This is what these Dodgers do. They just grind out at bats. That Freddie Freeman AB in particular. 9 pitches. Got rung up but challenged it, and Freddie Freeman was right. Drew the walk. 1-2 to Hernandez again. Ground ball foul again, third base side. Another foul ball from Teoscar Hernandez against Senzatella. Three straight foul balls. Take another ground ball here. The pitch. It is a swing and a miss at a cutter, and Hernandez strikes out. Take that result too. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Senzatella. And now we'll have a pinch hitter in Max Muncy. Muncy had a game winner in extra innings a couple days ago against Kansas City. Didn't start today because of the left-hander on the mound. Miguel Rojas drew the start. He's got 22 home runs, a .249 average. Contreras out to chat with Senzatella, go over the scouting report. Muncy passed Ron Cey on the all-time Dodger home run list back at the tail end of July against the Phillies. Second all-time in Los Angeles Dodger history of 231 homers, trailing just Eric Karros, who is calling the game today on Dodgers TV. It's a lot of homers, Los Angeles Dodgers history. 2 on, 2 out. Muncy takes ball one, and Contreras, who has already missed on a challenge, does not challenge that one. Good, he didn't. It was up. 1-0 on Muncy. Speaking of grinding out at bats, as good as there is seeing pitches. Drive to right. This is hooking, foul. Off the facade of the second deck. A long strike one. That ball was clobbered. Cutter down and in, and Senzatella was praying as soon as contact was made that that ball was going to hook foul, and it did by plenty. Muncy knew it too. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Muncy. Missed wide ever so slightly with a cutter. 2 balls and a strike. Tying run at second base for the Dodgers, and Tommy Edman drawing on the top step of the dugout with Tucker on deck. Senzatella's 2-1, very high, 3-1. Muncy lifetime against Senzatella just 5 for 27. It's a 185 average, a 3-1, and Senzatella steps off the back of the rubber. Nobody has seen Senzatella more on this Dodgers roster than Max Muncy. .3-1 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat, foul. Threw him a sinker. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tommy Edman, a 1-out walk. Freddie Freeman followed with a walk. Those are your base runners. Senzatella already retired Teoscar Hernandez for the second out, trying to get Muncy. Runners will go on 3-2. The pitch. High fly to right center. Back is Mitchell, and Muncy hits it halfway up the bleachers, and the Dodgers have a 4-2 lead. Pinch hit, 3-run home run for Max Muncy. A fastball at 100 miles an hour, but up in the zone. And Muncy hits his 23rd home run of the season. And just like that, the Brewers are down by 2. And Muncy now has hit the most home runs all time at Dodger Stadium. Wow. Here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker hits one down the left field line, foul. You just cannot give these teams, you saw it in the Padres series, extra opportunities. Senzatella fell behind 3-1. Muncy fouled a pitch off, and he came right back with the same pitch. Tucker takes a strike. Ready to go. Senzatella is 0-2. Tucker looked at a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kike Hernandez is on deck. 4-2 LA. The pitch. That's down and away. That was the only hit of the inning to this point. Shane Drone, you can close the book on him. Pitched better than his final line would indicate. 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. 2 walks in this inning. The pitch, ground ball to first. Up with it is Sanchez. He'll flip to Senzatella covering. The sign is retired. The damage done as Max Muncy. It's a pinch hit, 3-run home run. The Dodgers, as we go to the 7th inning, have a 4-2 lead at Dodger Stadium on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me, everything's good. I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
Yeah, no, that's a different kind of historical vibe.
DOMO having a laugh over there. Ortiz went flying into that bag, and he got a big laugh right there. You saw him.
There you see the power in his swing. Just
He had no idea where it went.
The beauty of being outside, wildlife doesn't care that there's a baseball game going on. We've got some raccoons on the field.
Yes!
Iowa Hawkeye takes over on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has become one of the trusted few in that bullpen. 50 games, a 3.14 earned run average. He's 5-1. He struck out 56 batters in 48 2/3 innings. He'll face Joey Ortiz to start this top of the 7th inning. And with the play-by-play, take it away, Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. For the Brewers, Joey Ortiz will lead off against Dreyer. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Muncy stays in the game at third. Edmund slides over to short. Hernandez moves to second base for the Dodgers. That would be Kike Hernandez, not Teoscar, who's still in left. Dreyer worked a couple of times in that sweep of Kansas City earlier in the week. Pitches down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Monday and Tuesday he worked. On Monday, the Royals got to him for a couple of runs on a couple of hits. But he has, as Jeff said, been one of the better and more consistent relievers out of that pen for Dave Roberts here this year. The 1-1 swing and a miss. He went after an elevated fastball at 95, and it's 1-2. Bullpen has been a bit of a bugaboo at times for the Dodgers. Brewers hoping that they can mount a late inning comeback here after the game just flipped on that swing from Max Muncy in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Ortiz, ground ball right side. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. Just rolled that baseball through the right side. And the leadoff man aboard again for the Brewers. They had the leadoff man aboard in the 6th. They had the leadoff man aboard in the 4th. And also in the 2nd inning, going back to the beginning of this game. So the Brewers have had some opportunities. You've got some outs to work with here, so you don't have to get both runs, but you'd like to be able to put some sort of pressure against the Dodgers here in the 7th inning. First pitch to Hamilton, squaring to bunt, pulls the bat back and takes inside. It's 1-0. That home run from Muncy was his 4th career pinch hit homer. It was his first pinch hit home run since 2018. The 1-0. Bunted behind the plate, foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Ortiz has to go back to the bag at first. And 1-1 is the count here on Hamilton, who drew one of the 2 bases loaded walks. That's how the Brewers have their 2 runs here tonight. Back-to-back bases loaded walks in the 4th inning from Ortiz and Hamilton. So the bottom of the order has been able to get on base here. This one sails all the way back to the backstop, and Ortiz just jogs to second base. It is 2 balls and 1 strike here on Hamilton. It'll be a wild pitch. I put that down as VWP in my scorebook, a very wild pitch. Yeah.
I would have gone EVP, excessively. EWP.
That works too.
Excessively wild pitch.
That works too. 2 balls and a strike on Hamilton. Dreyer kicks, delivers, bunting still. He pops it up in foul territory. It'll find the seats though and get out of play. It's 2-2. 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Jeff Levering and Ken Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight from Dodgers Stadium. It's a 4-2 Dodgers lead, top of the 7th. Runner at second and nobody out. 2-2 pitch, and Hamilton checks on a pitch up and in. And the count is full. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order is looming with Jackson Chourio in the on-deck circle. Brewers just gave up the lead, trying to put the pressure right back on the Dodgers. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Swung through a fastball at the top of the zone at 93 from Dreyer. And Hamilton in a situation where you just want to at least try to get that runner to third. Unable to put the ball in play. That was up and out of the zone. It was going to be ball 4 by plenty. So instead of first and second and nobody out, it's 2nd and 1 away for Chourio. He was 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Dreyer looks back at second. And the pitch. Chourio swing and a miss at a slider down and in. And it's 0-1. Well, the crew's been around since 1970. Habish, and Rotier, even longer. If you're injured in an accident, call the firm Wisconsinites have trusted for over 95 years. Dreyer looks back at second. The 0-1 to Chourio is down and away with a slider. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Brewers swept the regular season series a year ago from the Dodgers, winning all of them at home and all of them here at Dodger Stadium. 1-1 is a fly ball to center, but playable. Pages racing in and there to make the catch for the second out. 2 down for Garrett Mitchell. Of course, we know what happened in the NLCS. No need to revisit that. Brewers were here coming out of the All-Star break last year. That was in the middle of that 11-game winning streak the Brewers ended up putting together. They would surpass it later on with a different 14-game winning streak just a couple of weeks later. That winning streak we're talking about here got snapped in Seattle as Garrett Mitchell checks on a pitch that missed up and in. It's 1-0. 0 for 3 tonight for Garrett. Just 7 for his last 68. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. The 1-0 pitch. That's right through there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Brewers had a runner at second and nobody out. They have failed to move him off of second base. They need a clutch 2-out hit from Mitchell here. Dreyer's 1-1 pitch. That caught the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Mitchell has been fighting it. Told you 7 for his last 68. Has not homered since July 3rd in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Dreyer looks in, comes set. And the 1-2 pitch. And he took one right down the middle. A fastball at 97. Mitchell strikes out looking. And the inning is over. A promising start goes for naught for the Brewers. In the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of 7. 4-2 Dodgers.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Operating engineers today at join139.com.
The best sounds you can get.
It's back, track, bye, baseball.
All season long. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino, where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. Now Brewers trail at 4-2. DL Hall takes over on the mound for the Brewers. He is trying to keep it right where it's at for the crew. First pitch to Kike Hernandez is in there for a strike on a curveball, and it's 0-1. 29th appearance of the year for DL. 1-0 with a 2.60 ERA. Hall's 0-1 pitch is fouled back into the net, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Hall has not pitched since that Sunday game against Minnesota when he got the win, pitching in the 10th inning and putting up a 0. As Hernandez swings on this one and chops it foul down into the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes. 4-2 Dodgers lead. Brewers led 2-0 in this game. Dodgers got a run back in the bottom of the 5th. And then got a 3-run home run from Max Muncy in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss for Hernandez. And he goes down on strikes. Strikes out for the 3rd time here tonight. Kike Hernandez, ortho ASAP strikeout for DL Hall. And now here's Ben Rortvedt. Rortvedt's had a good night. Has an RBI single. He caught Churio stealing earlier in the game. It was his first caught stealing of the year. And he swings on this pitch and fouls it back into the net. It's 0-1. Let's drive around the league. It's brought to you by Construction Business Group. Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. The 0-1 is up and in with a slider. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Cincinnati winners in Chicago over the White Sox today. 9-8 the final in that one. Reds have been playing a little better baseball of late. 1-1 up and in with a sweeper, and it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Sal Stewart homered again. 26th of the year for the rookie. He has 89 RBIs now on the season. Eugenio Suarez homered as well, his 18th of the year. 2-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. They also got a home run from Tyler Stevenson, who a lot of people thought was going to be moved at the deadline. The Reds did not move him. That was his 11th of the year. It was an Andrew Abbott started game. 2-2 pitch is down and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The big one for the Brewers fans, though, the Nationals shutting out the Cubs 7-0. Start number 2 for Kevin Gausman in the Cubs uniform did not go very well. 4 2/3, 7 hits and 6 runs allowed against that very potent Nats offense. Here's the 3-2 in there with a called third strike on a slider. And back-to-back punch-outs for DL here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's 2 down now for Shohei Ohtani. Cade Cavalli got his 10th win of the year. 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts in that shutout for Washington. Philadelphia wins over the Twins in Dyersville, Iowa at the Field of Dreams. 7-1 the final in that one. Kyle Schwarber with a pair of home runs as Hall misses down and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes here on Shohei Ohtani. 1-0 pitch. That missed outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Pittsburgh all over the Marlins. 13-1 down in Miami. Wins have been hard to come by for Pittsburgh since the All-Star break. Here's a tapper to second base. Charging it is Hamilton. An underhand flip to first. Retires Ohtani. It's a 1-2-3 inning for DL Hall in the bottom of the 7th. To the 8th we go. It's 4-2 Los Angeles on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
First pitch. Swinging a line drive, shallow center. On comes Young. He goes into a slide. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Second base umpire points to the first base umpire. Blakeney says he caught it on a sliding grab. What a catch by Young. Just making sure he got it. He did. Phillies don't have a challenge, and Jacob Young saves a couple of runs with that sliding shoestring catch.
And no question, right into his glove, no short hop. Great play, huge play.
So, after all that, the bases left loaded, a 1-1 game.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Just go to the bullpen again, and Mookie Betts into this game at shortstop as well to tell you about the new pitcher and to take you the rest of the way home. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Lane. Just a 2-run deficit. They'll go to Enriquez out of the bullpen. Edgardo Enriquez. As Lane told you, Mookie Betts is the new shortstop. Sliding back to second base is Tommy Edman, and Kike Hernandez will shift out towards left. Teoscar Hernandez done for the day. So Mookie Betts will be due up fourth in the 8th inning.
I crossed out Hernandez and left, and I wrote Hernandez.
I wrote Kike.
I actually did too.
Hernandez to Hernandez. Gary Sanchez will lead it off. Sanchez had a good day today. He's walked, singled, and then was robbed of a double. Diving stab by Kike Hernandez when he was playing at third base earlier today. And time called as the rosin bag that Enriquez was using ended up near the shortstop position. So Gary Sanchez said, why don't we move that back behind the mound? Ready to go. Sanchez waiting for Enriquez. His pitch is a ball off the inside corner. Fastball at 100. So Sasaki with a quality start, 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits. He walked 5, including walking in a pair of runs. Dreyer with a scoreless inning despite having some traffic. Sanchez fouled it back, was on that fastball at 101. This game is going to be talked about because of walks. 3 of the 4 runs that scored for the Dodgers were walks. And one of them didn't have to score if Contreras squeezes a ball at home plate. Sanchez takes inside. Had an out at home. Brilliant throw from Jackson Chourio. Unfortunately, Contreras couldn't squeeze it. Run scored. That made it 2-1. And then walk after a strikeout. A 2-out, 3-run homer off the bat of Max Muncy. A pinch hit 3-run home run as Enriquez is having some communication issues with Rortvet and the communication device. He says, nope, I can't hear anything. Listen to it. Gabe Morales, the home plate umpire, listening. Can you hear that? No, I can't hear it, man. Yep. All right, let's get another one out. I like how the pitchers that are having communication problems make them play it for them. Listen, I need to hear it. I need to hear the fact that you can't hear the signs. And now the crew chief, Doug Eddings, is coming in to have a conversation with Gabe Morales. But they didn't run him a new communication device out.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looked like Gabe Morales said,
all right, bring him another one.
Yeah.
He waved his mask and said, bring him another one. But nobody came out. Seems odd. Maybe they restarted it. Control-Alt-Delete. 2-1 is down and away. Threw him a cutter. 3 balls and a strike on Gary Sanchez. Take the cartridge out, blow on it, put it back in.
Kind of snap it in.
Got to clip the edge. 3-1 to Sanchez. Swing and a miss at a high fastball to the 100. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brewers hitting with runners in scoring position on this road trip continues to be an issue. 1 for 6 tonight. And again, there are 2 runs coming on. Bases loaded, walks. Three-2 pitch. Sanchez struck out swinging. High fastball. Was up and out of the zone. Enriquez with a strikeout. Now it's Jake Bauers. 0 for 3. Bauers 2 out of 14 on this road trip, and a swing and a miss at a slider down and in. Starting in right field tonight. Brewers are out hitting the Dodgers, but trail by 2. The 0-1. Bauers took it high. Curveball out of the hands of Enriquez. Left-hander Tanner Scott, setup man for LA, getting loose. 1-1 is a high strike and a challenge, I should say, from Bauers. He does not challenge much. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and he's right.
The pitch is a ball. Milwaukee retains the 1 count.
For Bauers, just his 10th challenge. He's now 6 for 10 in his challenges. So the count flips to 2 balls and 1 strike. That's the time to do it. And an egregious miss, too. It's down and in into the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. See if we can get a man on base, bring that tying run to the plate late. This Dodger bullpen has been susceptible to the home run ball, too. 3-1 coming to Jake Bauers. And it's low, ball 4. So that tying run is coming up. And it's Andrew Vaughn. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Over 900 signatory contractor partners building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more, liuna-wisconsin.org. This may be the last batter for Enriquez with the left-handed hitting Yelich on deck, but we'll see. Short lead from Bowers. Pitch to Vaughn is strike one. Vaughn, 2 singles and a walk. The Brewers do not have an extra base hit in the game. All singles, 5 of them. They've drawn 7 walks. Vaughn looked at a strike with a slider. It's 0-2. Plenty of base runners. Enriquez sets in his 0-2 pitch. Slider low. Good take from Vaughn.
And Brewers 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. It feels like more than that because, of course, they had the bases loaded in the 4th, had those couple of bases loaded walks. They've had a lot of traffic just in general.
All their at bats with men in scoring position the 4th and the 7th innings. That's it. 1-2. Check the swing. Didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch was a slider down and away. The Brewers have Abner Uribe starting to loosen. Should the Brewers tie it or take the lead in this 8th inning? Two and 2 on Vaughn. Enriquez throws home. It's low again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Enriquez with 4 straight appearances where he's not allowed to run. Gave up 3 against the Cubs on August 3rd. Last time he's given up runs. 3-2 the pitch. Fly ball into center. Back a couple of steps Pages. He's there. Makes the catch. Just missed it. Vaughn flies out to center field. Here comes Dave Roberts. He will make a pitching change. Brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Sometimes you need a change for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. Tanner Scott, a left-hander, is coming in. He'll face Christian Yelich on the other side of this timeout. Yelich representing the tying run here in L.A. It's a 4-2 Dodgers lead on the Brewers Radio Network.
You can see the difference at each job site. Crews show up organized and ready to work in an environment.
Back onto the warning track goes Marcy at the wall. He leaps, he made the catch!
Campusano into right field, base hit, here comes Song, Lara's throw will be late, Padres walk it off! Campusano to right!
1-1. Swung on and hit high in the air and deep to right center field. Butler back, turning, looking, gone!
And the Rays sweep the A's. And officially now, it's the greatest road trip in franchise history.
Castillo strikes out the side, ends his night with 4 straight punch-outs. What a performance in his home debut for the White Sox.
Into the Cubs bullpen in left center. What a night for Alex Bregman. 3 home runs, this one a 2-run job. Bregman continues to deliver.
Tanner Scott is in this ball game. He'll face Christian Yelich. Yelich is 1 for 8 lifetime against Scott. 52nd appearance for the Dodger left-hander. He's been outstanding since the beginning part of July. Runner on at first is Bowers. Yelich the tying run. The pitch to Yelly is down and away with a slider. 1 ball, no strikes. Yelich a base hit today. 1-0 from Scott. Check swing. Went around. Fastball up in the zone at 98. For Tanner Scott, since the beginning part of July, 12 appearances. He's allowed just 1 run on 8 hits in 11 innings of work. Pitch to Yelich. High again. 2 balls and a strike on Yelich. Top of the 8th inning, a 4-2 Dodger lead. A pinch hit 3-run home run by Max Muncy. The difference came with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 6th inning. 2-1. Yelich looked at a breaking ball low. William Contreras is on deck. Trying to get him up. 3-1 on Christian. Scott sets and throws home. Fly ball left field. Back goes Kike Hernandez nearing the wall. Kike is there and he makes the catch up against the wall. Takes a potential home run away from Christian Yelich. It was close enough to getting towards that fence. Maybe it goes over, maybe it doesn't. But Kike Hernandez ran it down. And Christian Yelich robbed again. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. A 4-2 Dodger lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Do you mind clearing up what in the world a guy with 1 career big league hit is doing with a baseball card that looks like this?
Yeah, every player in the mid to late 80s wanted to dupe a photographer, right? The entire rest of the season, I was wondering what my card would look like next year if I was able to sneak it through. And I open it up and I see one with me with the eye black and the batting gloves.
Hey, you celebrate.
I was like, yeah, I duped him.
Stewart takes off. Soft strike. Bang. Throw. Sailed into center. Stewart didn't realize it.
Yeah, this is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
It's interesting get up for the ballpark.
Yeah, looks like he needs some sun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Looks like a cup. That might not help the footing.
Something comes flying onto the field there. Lucky that flew into a dead spot there.
Foul tip off the top of the glove. Looks up and is able to find it.
Wow. Welcome to the big leagues, Cole.
There's another ball. It scoots over near the Phillies dugout, and this ball is going to try to, it stays on the lip, and Schmidt's going to try to come home. Nobody's covering. Oh my goodness. The New York Mets flat fell asleep. No one covered home. I have never in my life seen that.
Stays in the ball game as the Brewers trail the Dodgers by a score of 4-2. Boy, Kike Hernandez made a couple of game-saving plays today. Took a double off the board from Gary Sanchez, and now at least a double from Christian Yelich. Maybe a home run. More than likely a double, but certainly making things interesting. And now Andy Pages will take a strike from D.L. Hall, and it's 0-1. Just that kind of week for the Brewers offense, hitting balls hard but right at defenders, whether it's a Padre or a Dodger. Pages takes a changeup for a strike. 0-2. Hall was 3 up and 3 down in the 7th inning. Couple of strikeouts. Edwin Diaz, the closer for the Dodgers, is loosening in their bullpen. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit to third. Vaughn has it on a couple of hops and throws a strike over to first base. Pages is out number 1. He's 0 for 4. Camping, cookouts, all your family get-togethers. They're in full swing. Summertime in Wisconsin. Enjoy them all with the season's favorite food, the Usinger Bratwurst. Whether your gang prefers brats or hot dogs, Usingers is the name to look for. Got the best right there. Gonna need something to drink too, as Edmund takes a strike. So why don't you grab a few Leinenkugel Summer Shandies. Refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugels, flavor the moment. Pitch is a ball. on Tommy Edman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edman walked to start the rally in the 6th inning. A 4-pitch walk from Shane Drowan. And ended up scoring on the Muncy 3-run homer. Edman fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 46,000 plus in the ballpark tonight for Dodger Stadium. About 10,000 fewer than the capacity. One of the largest ballparks in Major League Baseball. And the 3rd oldest park in the big leagues. 1-2 coming back on Edman. Busted bat, pop up, foul. Hits off the netting and ends up in the Brewers dugout. The barrel of the bat ends up at the feet of Doug Eddings, the second base umpire, who is playing in shallow center. So he'll jog in, hand the barrel to the bat boy, barrel up. Don't touch any of the shave down area. Edman was trying to figure out whether that baseball was going to end up fair or foul. It was plenty foul, but the barrel was definitely fair.
I don't know what the exit velo was on the barrel. It wasn't much.
Not much, but
enough to get out there, though.
Yeah. The launch angle was poor. 1-2 pitch. New bat in hand and takes a ball off the outside corner with a changeup. Brewers in the 9th will have the bottom of the order. Contreras, Ortiz, and Hamilton. Barring a pinch hitter. 2-2. Strike 3. Fastball in the inside corner. Another strikeout for DL Hall. That's his 3rd. And Freddie Freeman hits. I'd say that bat of the night was Freddie Freeman's back in the 6th inning. Was down in the count 0-2. Fouled a couple of pitches off. Kept battling against Shane Drowan. Pitch after pitch after pitch. Ended up working a walk. He was originally called out. Challenged it. Won the challenge. It was a walk. 2 batters later, Muncy hit the 3-run homer. Flipped the game. Takes ball 1 from DL Hall. 1-0 pitch. Chopper first base. Sanchez fields, and he will take it to the bag and retire the side. So Hall goes 3 up and 3 down. We go to the 9th inning. Brewers need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Edwin Diaz will come in and try and close it out for LA when we come back on the Brewers radio.
How about the different personalities of those 2 home runs? But they both sounded like home runs off the bat.
Well, they sure did.
The Brew Crew, pitching and defense, the name of the game. And Luis Lara has done it twice.
Yeah, this is Cam Schlittler. 11 strikeouts, no walks, taking that American League ERA lead down even farther.
Eric Hill with a walk-off single past the drawn in infield, and the Phillies finally get their 4th walk-off victory of the season, a 7-6 win in 12 over the Jays.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 102. A half-hearted effort out of Roden, and that is strikeout number 200 on this season for Jacob Mizorowski. Folks, it is August the 9th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
1-2. And Cease freezes him for strike 3 looking. Gets him on a changeup. He's punched out 4 and 3.
Who you want to pitch backwards?
Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball for his 5th strikeout.
Now the key to that, Ben, is landing your off-speed pitch early in the zone to then be able to get to the fastball.
His 1-2. Make it 1 for 25. 7 Ks for Dylan Cease in 4 scoreless innings.
Edwin Diaz coming in for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's spent the majority of the season on the injured list. Got an ERA of 9.82 coming into this one. He's got 6 saves on the year. Picked up a save on Monday. That was after he had blown back-to-back save chances. He had allowed runs in 3 straight before his save on Monday against Kansas City. William Contreras leads it off in this 9th inning. Brewers trailing 4-2. Diaz just his 14th appearance, and he throws strike one. Hasn't been able to command the off-speed stuff very much, so he's essentially fastball only. Contreras is 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts lifetime, and takes high with a heater. Diaz signing with the Dodgers in the offseason, fortifying that bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Wave and a miss. There's the slider, and apparently he found it because that was a good pitch. Contreras 0 for 3. Hit a bullet to the wall in center field his last time up. 1-2 pitch. Up and in. Look out. Wayward fastball from Edwin Diaz. Two and two. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Slider on the inside corner, and it backed up on Diaz. Toughest pitch in Major League Baseball to hit, that backup slider, because you think it's going to do something. It ends up staying flat. And just did clip that inside corner. 1 away. Edwin Diaz had a 1.63 ERA last year, 28 saves with the Mets. Faces Ortiz and takes a strike. Just painting the corner at the knees. The 0-1. That missed wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton is on deck. He just looked over his shoulder to see if somebody would pinch hit for him, but nobody's there. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ortiz. The pitch. Line back up the middle, a base hit. So the tying run is coming up. David Hamilton will be that man as Pages cuts the ball off. Ortiz on base again. He's 2 for 3 out of the 8 spot. Also has a bases loaded walk. Nice piece of hitting from Joey Ortiz. Centered on that fastball. And now it's Hamilton. Another man on, and you could have some fun against Edwin Diaz. The top of the order looming. 0 for 2 for Hamilton. Swings and misses through a fastball. It's 0-1. First ever plate appearance for Hamilton against Edwin Diaz.
Joey Ortiz batting average up to 246.
Really swinging it well. Pitches high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, and it all started when Cooper Pratt was brought up. Ortiz has been rolling. They've needed it. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Just think of where he was and where he's been since that moment. You're right. That's right when he took off. It's almost like it freed him a little bit. He didn't have to have that pressure on him or that cloud over him of when does Cooper Pratt come up. He sees that now I've still got to roll even though he's here.
Continues to play great defense. He's at first base. Hamilton down in the count, 1-2. Here it is. Down and in. Laid the slider right on the back foot. Hamilton took it. Trevor McGill is loosening in the Brewers bullpen. Should the Brewers tie things or take the lead? Churio's on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch. Lined into the gap in right center field. It's base hit. Going from first to third is Joey Ortiz. The tying run is on with wheels. And now it's Jackson Chourio. Fastball right down the middle, and David Hamilton ripped it into the gap. Pages did well to make sure the batter runners stayed out of scoring position. But now you've got all that speed over at first base. He could potentially see a stolen base attempt. We'll see. As Jackson Chourio digs in against Diaz. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout lifetime against the Dodger closer. Chourio today 0 for 3 with a walk. Here's the pitch. And it's low and away with a slider. He's thrown a couple of good sliders, but that's where his misses have been, down and away. 1-0 on Jackson. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. just did clip the edge. 4-2 Dodgers in the ninth. The Brewers are threatening again. Runner at first, runner at third. 1-1 pitch is low. Spit on a slider. Again, because of the lack of command with that slider, you could almost eliminate it from your thought process. Still have to respect it as Alex Vesia, left-hander, loosens for the Dodgers in their bullpen. 2-1 on Jackson Chourio. The pitch. Ball off the outside corner with a fastball. It's 3-1, and now you're a pitch away from loading the bases. Garrett Mitchell is on deck. Jackson Chourio showing great poise in this AB against Edwin Diaz. Put one on a tee. The 3-1 coming. Swing and a miss. That was the one. And he unloaded on that swing. Pitch right at the top of the zone. Chourio came up empty. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Where does Diaz go? He has his sign. 3-2 coming. Runner goes. Swing and a line drive into right. That'll fall. A base hit. Hamilton goes to third. Scoring is Ortiz. Tying run 90 feet away. It's 4-3. A slider that was in the left-handed batter's box. And Jackson Chourio stayed on it. Hit it right off the end of the bat. Dumped it into right field. The Brewers are within a run. A huge hit with a man in scoring position. And Garrett Mitchell will hit. 3 straight base hits against Edwin Diaz. I tell you, David Hamilton was running on that pitch, and he almost missed second base. He slid in and then stopped just to make sure he could pick up that baseball, and just barely touched the second base bag as he was going around it to get to third.
Yeah, it was, I don't think really cost anybody anything, but it wasn't the smoothest first to third you'll ever see from David Hamilton. I'll tell you what, that swing from Jackson Chourio, that is why he's just different. He can get to pitches nobody else can get to.
And he delivers for the Brewers in the top part of the lineup. Now it's Garrett Mitchell, the guy starving for some success. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike right down the middle. He is 0 for 4 tonight. Took a called third strike back in the 7th inning. The tying run standing at third base. Double play depth up the middle for the Dodgers. Best outfield arm is in center with Paez. The pitch. Line drive, base hit, right field. We're tied. To second goes Chourio. We're all even, 4-4. Threw a slider down and in. Garrett Mitchell dropped the head on it and lines a single to right field, and we are tied. Some boo birds here in L.A. as Edwin Diaz has given up 4 straight hits, and now Gary Sanchez with an opportunity to give the Brewers the lead. Sanchez 1 for 3 today. Squandered opportunity out of the Dodger bullpen. The pitch is a strike. Sanchez 0 for 1 lifetime against Edwin Diaz, who's now allowed runs in 5 of his last 7 appearances, and Trevor McGill still loosening in the Brewers pen. The 0-1. Sanchez looked low, and a challenge from Rortvedt.
The catcher is challenging the ball.
This is going to be close. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Ooh, it just did clip the strike zone. Maybe a 12th of the baseball. 0-2 on Gary Sanchez. Chourio, great speed at second. Mitchell, great speed at first. The 0-2 pitch is a called third strike at the top of the zone. Gary Sanchez wants to challenge it, and I think he's going to lose it. This is close too. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and it's strike 3. Just did clip the top part of the strike zone, and Gary Sanchez strikes out looking. So Diaz gets a big K, and now it will not be Edwin Diaz facing Jake Bauers. Alex Vesia has been loosening, Dave Roberts takes the ball from Edwin Diaz. It will be Vesia versus Bowers. The go-ahead run standing in scoring position at second. We are tied 4-4 in the top of the ninth at Dodger Stadium on the Brewers Radio Network.
Line drive out toward right. Hill's coming in. He dives and he makes the catch. He does it again. Derek Hill.
He is just amazing.
This one's really all about Dean Kramer. 1 over the minimum through 7 innings. He's allowed only 1 run on 1 hit, and he's picked up strikeouts with 4 different pitch types.
Merrill Madness, dead center. Padres take a 3-2 lead. 1 swing of the bat.
His 3rd home run in as many games. And for the first time tonight, the Padres lead.
Looped in the air towards center. Breaking back now in is DeLuca. Dives, and did he catch it? Oh, he did! What a play by Johnny DeLuca. I think that saved a run.
Meckler moves back for it. He's out near the wall, and it is caught! Meckler got it! The Mac strikes again!
You cannot contain the Mac.
Edwin Diaz gives up a couple of runs on 4 hits. He gives way to Alex Vesia, who will face Jake Bowers. The go-ahead run standing at second base for Milwaukee. Pitching change for an opposing team brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Sometimes you need a change. Well, Edwin Diaz needed a change, that's for sure. For even the heaviest of control problems, visit northshore.com. So Bowers faces Vesia, who has had the Brewers' number over the course of his career. He's allowed just 3 earned runs in 12 career appearances coming in. Pitch to Bowers. Vesia into his stretch. Here he comes. And a swing and a foul into the mitt of Rortvedt. Just a fastball at 91 miles an hour. This stuff does not blow you away, but he has been tremendously difficult on Brewers hitters. Vesia 2.81 ERA on the season. The 0-1 pitch to Jake Bowers. Vesia deals. Fouled straight back. And it's 0-2. Bowers 0 for 3 today. Walked back in the 8th inning. 2 runs are in already in the 9th. The Brewers have their closer, Trevor McGill, loosening. Vesia on 0-2. Checks his runners and deals. It's high. Threw him a slider at 85. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bowers' lifetime against Vesia 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Churio the runner at second, Mitchell at first. Great speed from both of them. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right side, base hit. Churio around third. He will score. Mitchell's headed to third. He'll make it there. Jake Bowers delivers. It's 5-4 Milwaukee. Just served it through the right side past the shift. The Brewers have scored 3 times on 5 hits in the 9th inning. Still looking for more.
It was Bowers who told everybody to relax yesterday, and he provides a reason to maybe relax here tonight.
Paraphrasing in the terms of relax.
Yes.
Calm. ... down. Here's Vaughn. Vesia throws, and it's up and in, ball 1. Well, cooler heads prevail. Brewers trailing going into this 9th inning. And they've got the lead in their closer loosening. Vaughn today, a couple of hits. He's been on base 3 to the 4 times. The pitch home. It's a strike. Slider caught the corner. Brewers coming into today trailing after 8 innings, 3-38. That is not you would think that 3 wins is not a ton. It's actually a lot in today's game. 1-1. Vesia kicks and deals. Vaughn took it high. 2 balls and a strike on Vaughn. He's the 8th man to hit in the inning. All those hard contacts that the Brewers had over the course of the day felt like body blows. 2-1 to Vaughn. Vesia throws home and a pop-up foul right side. Two balls, 2 strikes. Many of the 46,000 plus have vacated Dodger Stadium to sit in the parking lot that is I-5. 2-2 on Vaughn. Vesia's pitch, runner goes, it's high, and Bowers will steal the base. So now a base hit to the outfield could mean 2 more runs. Brewers doubling their hits in this 9th inning. They had 5 hits in the game coming into this inning. Need 1 more big one from Vaughn. 3-2 pitch. And it's inside, ball 4. They're loaded for Yelich. And Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk ortho ASAP. Walk right in. There is a difference. Still 1 more base runner that is the responsibility of Edwin Diaz. That's Garrett Mitchell standing at 3rd base. And for Garrett Mitchell, who came into this game 7 for his last 65, man, did he need that big hit. It tied the game. So Yelich, 1 for 4 today, faces Vesia. Opening pitch, up and away, ball 1.
Inning has been very Brewers baseball, just passing the baton to the guy behind you.
Yeah, bat from Jackson Chourio, battling against Diaz, being patient, and taking a ball in the other batter's box to right for a hit. The 1-0 to Yelich. Swing and a miss. Yelich was looking to hit one to Sherman Oaks. William Contreras, who led off the inning, is in the on-deck circle. Ball and a strike. Vesia at the letters. Throws. Fouled straight back into the net. That's 2 straight really good swings from Yelich against Vesia. Yelich 1 for 2 with a walk in his career against the left-hander. Can the Brewers get 1 more big hit and expand the lead? It's 5-4 Milwaukee in the 9th. The 1-2 from Vesia. Here it comes. Up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two on the way from Vesia. Yelich waiting. The pitch. Chopper foul, first base side. The Brewers now have 77 innings with 3 or more runs. It's the 4th most in Major League Baseball, and I bet you they lead the league in those 3 or more runs in an inning without hitting a homer.
Oh, that's almost a guarantee, right?
Brewers dead last in Major League Baseball in home runs. But they can paper cut you to death. 2-2 on Yelich. Going away. Here it is. Down and away. Throw him a slider. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners will be on the move. Vesia ready. He kicks and deals. Yelich, a base hit. No, it's right to Mookie Betts up the middle. He'll field and throw to first in time. Another missile hit by a Brewers batter, but it happens to be right at Mookie Betts, who is positioned right behind the bag. And the side is retired. Boy, a shot from Yelich again. Unfortunately, Betts makes the play. The Brewers have the lead. Trevor McGill is coming in. Try and pick up the save.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pete Crow Armstrong is a walking highlight reel in the outfield, but on Monday night, he put together an offensive tape for the ages with his first career cycle. The Cubs star has been on a tear in June, posting an OPS north of 1,000 since the month kicked off. Things are going so well for the 24-year-old right now that even the toughest parts of the cycle were no challenge.
A bleacher souvenir for PCA.
PCA opened the game with a 434-foot leadoff blast to right center, and followed that up with a triple in the third.
Home run, first at-bat, triple, second at-bat.
After a fifth-inning double, he made history in the seventh, recording the 13th cycle in Cubs history and becoming the first Cub to do it in reverse order.
He did it!
And the fans are loving them some Pete Crow Armstrong here.
PCA's perfect day helped the Cubs mount a late comeback and cap off a historic night.
Cubs win! Sing it!
.620 WTMJ.
From a 2-run deficit going into the top of this inning to a 1-run lead, Trevor McGill is on to try and pick up a save opportunity. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club. The game is on the line. The Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. So Mookie Betts leads it off. Remember, he came in to play it short. He's hitting in Hernandez's spot. Teoscar Hernandez faces Trevor McGill out of the bullpen. Here's the pitch to Betts, and it's down and in for ball one. All 5 balls hit by Christian Yelich today, 95 miles an hour or better. That's a really tough 1 for 5 for Yelich. Pitch to Betts, a high fly to center. Lazily to his right goes Mitchell and makes the catch. 1 up and 1 down. And now Max Muncy. Pinch hit 3-run homer for Muncy in the 6th inning. He is 1 for 1 lifetime against Trevor McGill with a double. Kyle Tucker is on deck. No defensive changes to report for the Brewers. Rather than Luis Lara out in right, and Bowers takes over at first base. So 2 to report. Pitch to Muncy is down and in. Curveball. McGill in his inning and 2/3 last night threw just 15 pitches against the Padres. Just 1 base runner. It was an intentional walk in the 10th. 1-0. Muncy swing and a miss at a curveball. So Gary Sanchez is out of this game. Lara is in his spot. McGill into his stretch. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He got a fastball by him at 98. Trevor McGill has retired 24 of the last 25 batters he's faced. The only base runner an intentional walk yesterday. He is on a roll as he fires a baseball off the side of the mound. New one sent out by the home plate umpire, Gabe Morales. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Max Muncy, 1 away in the 9th. McGill's pitch skips low in the dirt. Deflected by Contreras. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McGill with 21 saves. An earned run average of 2.49 coming in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The set, here it comes. Low and in the dirt again. Pops up. Muncy almost caught it on the deflection from Contreras. He has spiked the last 2 curveballs. So if you're Max Muncy, you almost eliminate that knuckle curveball and make him throw you a fastball here. We'll see. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We've reached the 10 o'clock hour. It's officially midnight back in Wisconsin. 3-2 pitch to Muncy. Strike 3 called. Muncy will challenge. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Here we go. Got him! Just on that inside corner, and Muncy is rung up. Ortho ASAP strikeout. And for Trevor McGill, 2 away for Kyle Tucker. Those are times to use your challenges. But that time it didn't work for Max Muncy. Kyle Tucker is the hitter. 2 outs, nobody on. Tucker's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a curveball. Boy, he dialed it back in there on the first pitch to Tucker. Brewers trying to steal one against the Dodgers and pick up win number 75 and gain a game on the Cubs. Lost earlier. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Tucker looked at a strike at the bottom of the zone and a late challenge granted. This is going to be close. Curveball brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes! Another strike. Just did clip the bottom of the zone. That's another one that's a little less than a 12th, maybe a 10th. A 10th of the baseball. Trevor McGill fires another baseball off the side of the mound and into the Brewers dugout. Big on fractions tonight. 0-2. Kyle Tucker waits. McGill, the high set, the pitch. Just off the outside corner. No challenges remaining for the Brewers, by the way. That pitch was wide by plenty. 1-2 on Tucker. McGill set again. Here's the pitch. Skip low in the dirt. That one may have hit the grass in front of home plate. And Trevor McGill adjusts himself on the side of the mound and gets a new baseball from William Contreras, who just wore that one in the wrist. Remember a couple of days ago, Contreras got that wayward swing when Gary Sanchez was on the mound and got one off his forearm. All bruised up. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to right. Back Lara. Warning track makes the catch, and this ball game is over. The Brewers scored 3 times in the top of the 9th inning, and they take game 1 of this 4-game series against Los Angeles. Final score 5-4. We'll dissect it when we come back to Dodger Stadium on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time.
New Brewers theme nights are here for the second half of the 2026 season. Join the crew for your favorite returning theme nights, plus new events you won't want to miss. Check them all out at brewers.com/theme nights.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Old Wisconsin. Stop into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Old Wisconsin product with Quick Rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try beef and cheddar or beef and jalapeno smokestack. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Old Wisconsin product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewers season. Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself, and I didn't. Pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Listen, he's been better the last couple of months, but, you know, he is a foundational piece for the A's.
For sure.
Driven to right. Forget about it. Off the tree.
London, special delivery. The Butler's got a barrel for it. Zone 4, stand up. All about that good tree.
What a splash from Butler. Wow.
Another A with a multi-homer series against the Rays, and it's 8-4.
Absolutely crushed.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
You know you need to get 5 innings in. Watch how quickly Blue Jays hitters swing.
Here's Griffin. There's one swing to be very quickly followed by another. Well, you said they'd swing at almost everything. Well, that is one of the strangest strikeouts you will ever see.
Goes to Edwin Diaz. He did not pitch well. He is 2-2 now. Trevor McGill has continued to pitch very well. He gets his 22nd save of the year. 2 hours and 52 minutes. In front of 46,105 fans here tonight at Dodger Stadium.
Do you have a player of the game today?
It's hard to pick somebody. Look, everybody that was involved in that rally in the 9th inning deserves credit and deserves a tip of the cap. I'm going to give it to D.L. Hall. This was a 4-2 game, comes in a spot where some guys might not have that edge to them, and he goes 6 up, 6 down, and gives the Brewers a chance to get back in it.
Great job by D.L. Hall tonight. He is our player of the game, brought to you by Smart 18. Earn more. Build a long-term career in the trade. Smart 18, Wisconsin Sheet Metal Workers Union. Learn more at smart18.work. Great way to start this series in Los Angeles and snap that 3-game losing streak. The Brewers now have 75 wins on the season. And they gain a game on the Cubs because the Cubs lost earlier today as well. See if they can get game number 2 tomorrow. 8:35. We'll have the On Deck Show built by Menards. 9:10 first pitch Central Time. Brewers and Dodgers. Robert Gasser starts for Milwaukee. Yoshinobu Yamamoto makes the start for Los Angeles. Lane's got the Potawatomi Casino Hotel postgame show in just a matter of moments. So for Lane Grindle, for our producer and engineer Kent Sommerfeld, I'm Jeff Levering saying good night from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Good night here in California. Technically, good morning back in Wisconsin. We've crossed over the threshold to the next day. Final score, comeback fashion. It was the Brewers 5 and the Dodgers 4. This has been a presentation of the Brewers.